Let me pull up YouTube.
Okay, I see that we say that we're joining live. Hello, folks. Yes, we took a few days break and we're back in business. Hi, Mish. Good
Hi,
to see you. How is everybody else? I hope you're hearing each other well. I'm hearing you. Um,
can you hear me well?
we still have up that headline as our headline. It is not our headline. I think we
Hi.
need to make people know that that is not our headline.
Yeah, we don't have him on tonight, people. I just
Yes.
don't know how to
Well,
edit.
so we're going to talk about different things. Education sector for sure. We have to talk about that. We have to talk about um, all the news in Jamaica. Some great, some not so great, and all the news in foreign as well. Because we still need to remind people that they need to send money for us in Jamaica. But it is what it is. So the headline is wrong. We want to say to Philip before I get lost in the whole translation of things. Hey, Philip, I see that you're back in treatment for your cancer, and we wish you all the best, and we continue to pray for you. We note the milestones, and we're keeping on top of it. Mish, you have any apologies to tender?
I don't. Listen, they abandoned me because they're on world tour, Diana and Leo. Leo is absent again. They're on world tour. And I'm
People,
always
let
at
me just
home.
hold on. I have a child to take back to college, and it just so happened that I'm in Canada the very same time that Leo is here for a conference. I have not seen him. I have not attended the conference because I wasn't registered for the conference, and so I am minding my own business in another neck of the woods. So don't make Michelle come scandalize me. Michelle, stop tell lie. Graham
Conscience, the
Heslop says, good night, ladies. I guess no Leo tonight. We guess that's as good as ours. Paulette says, good night, ladies. I missed you. We missed you too. Thank you for being here. Jackie Mitchell Ship says, good night from Georgia. Good night, Jackie Mitchell. Thanks for joining us. Jackie Mitchell Ship. Yeah, good to hear
yeah.
you. Good to see you.
And those on YouTube, I'm on YouTube and I'll be reading those comments. So comment away while we're going through the show. We look
Yes.
forward to that.
So what has happened? What has been happening? Lots of people must have celebrated birthdays while we were away. Happy birthday to all birthdays that we missed. Happy birthday to the anniversaries that we might have missed. Um, Jackie Michelle says no sound. Um,
You're not hearing
Nadia
me?
Teep says good night from. I'm hearing you, but Jackie Michelle is saying no sound.
Or if,
No sound from whom?
from who? Is everybody having the same problem? Let us know. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Jackie Michelle, Ship, you might need to turn up the thing. Anybody else having sound issues? Um, Let me take this out and see if that's
YouTube people, comment away. I'm here.
Jackie, look, I can't turn up your business a
Yeah,
little bit
everybody
there.
is hearing us. And for those just tuning in, remember the topic on display is not the topic we'll be discussing today. I just don't know how to change the topic. Leo always does it. I'm not a computer tech, so disregard that topic.
Yes,
Um,
that is not the topic. We move on past that long time. That is foolishness. But let me tell you, Jamaica is up to its usual good and its usual bad. And so let me read some news. Um, School opening September is almost school morning again for all of us, and the government is saying that retired teachers and teachers who are on vacation will have to be employed. But I thought there was no shortage. But anyway, according to the Gleaner, it says with increasing worry that there could be a shortage of teachers at the start of the new school term on September 5th, dominating the news over the past weeks, the Minister of Education and Youth, Favour Williams, has advised school principals that the Ministry of Finance has granted approval for retired teachers and those who are on leave
Dr. Diana, yours is breaking up
where
now.
schools are not able to find adequate replacements. Okay, all right. You know, I'm on a network that I've always been on.
Yeah, you're good now.
I am using my things. All right, so that's the news. The Minister of Education is saying that retired teachers and teachers who are specialist teachers who are on long leave, that they're being asked to come back to work
Yeah, I agree
because there is
100%.
seemingly a shortage.
Yeah, I agree 100% because a lot of them did go home a little bit early, I think. Now, because they got to the age of what it was in my mom time, 60, and then I think they raised it up a little. They were still good teachers, were able to continue. So I'm glad they're calling them back to assist. They do need them. Most of them might not be up with the technology, but I think they serve a purpose, especially with the shortage, because the numbers speaks for themselves. A lot of teachers are leaving, and qualified teachers, great teachers. So they do
Mm.
need, and that is a great move on their part to fix the problem. What do you think?
I think that is a necessary move, but it is also an admission that there is a challenge within the education sector, and that there is a greater need to us for us to look at perhaps the retirement age of our educators in light of our peculiar circumstances. That we don't just follow because this is a policy, but what are our circumstances that we need to, treat with. So yes, it's a necessary move. It's the only solution that will help in the short term, on condition that they can really get these people to come back. Because one, the pay not great. Two, the conditions not all that great either. So a teacher who retired after 30 years probably just want to rest now and don't want to engage with students and their bad behavior, or parents and their bad behavior and bad examples. Those are things that we need to address as well. How do we safeguard them? Mhm.
Yeah, gonna be a rough one because it's hard to go back. Expect you are right. These children are totally different from the children of the past, and most of them might not want to deal with them. So that is something that needs to be addressed. But I think for now, with the issue going back, starting the new school year, the issue that they are facing, they just have to admit it. It's fine. They are leaving. It is what it is. But it's that they are trying to address it. No. And you're right. They need to figure out in the long term how to retain the teachers and keep them there. And I think it's going to be hard because for those who remain, it's for those who have a passion for teaching, a love for
Yes.
teaching. So regardless of the pay, they are still willing to teach because they have the heart for teaching. Um, so those people might stay, but for those who come in, it's a kind of to them, it's like a second option, not where they want to be. So I remember some people like they wouldn't get into the law program, so they'd go to teachers college. So how to make those people stay and make it attractive? It's gonna be hard, to be honest, but they have to try. I don't know how. Give them a free house. I don't know.
Well, they need to give
A
some
car.
benefits. Need to get some, and you talk about car and all of that. They had cut back on the teachers after a particular number of years will get a concession on the import duty of motor vehicles. So they would buy their motor vehicles for a little bit less. And there are some changes by the Minister of Finance that almost eliminated all of those benefits. So what is the incentive? You need to incentivize, make it worth the while for those who are within the profession and attractive for those who are not, or even keen to
Yeah.
join the profession. They need to be able to do that.
Yeah,
Um,
or accept it for what it is. Because if you know that some people are not going to stay because, of what they doesn't give them the benefit they want. So, so that they might do a 2 year, a 3 year, a 5 year. You have to work and make sure you have people immediately to replace those who will be leaving, which like you can't estimate how many go leave. Because if this year, say for instance, 2000 leave, you can estimate more gonna leave to encourage more people to actually go to teachers college, give more people options to maybe go to teachers college, such as free tuition. I don't know if they're offering no, but I know some schools, like if you do maths, they'll give you free. free tuition options. So you have these teachers coming. More like, they're not gonna stay long. Have them
Yeah.
specialize and
Well,
work with.
as you talk about the math, there are some institutions, teacher preparation institutions, and I can speak about St. Joseph Teachers College, where they have scholarships for individuals who are pursuing teaching as a profession, but who are prepared to focus on sciences. So there are scholarships that I know that they have available for persons who want to study and to
Yeah.
specialize in the sciences. But generally, it's not just a specialist. You're going to need a the teacher who's a general teacher as well, and you need to make it worth the while for them. So give them some incentive as
Exactly.
well, because a lot of them can't afford it.
They can. And even if you go in a high school and start teaching from early, like this is your option. Instead of saying, oh, you can go work a hotel, you could say, this is a viable option for you to go to teachers college. Maybe after you finish, you can maybe end up going you know what I mean? Show them
Mhm.
their options so they look into
Show
it.
them a pathway. They have to show them a pathway to some success. And in the same vein, you have to compensate people so that they have a core income that they can live a reasonable life, you know? You don't want to have to just spend every day struggling and can't make two ends meet, can't send picnic go to school, you can't buy no new clothes, you can't buy one car, you can't put one roof over your head. You want to remove some of those challenges from somebody who's working as hard as an educator. Let me go back to messages. Nadia
Yeah.
Top says that she's hearing. Jackie Michelle Shep says that the sound is back. Joy Kane says still up by chance, but good that able to hear from both of you. Joy, you never go carnival. You're still up. What you up doing? Paulette Chambers says, "Do you think these teachers will go back?" Well, I think we've addressed that, Paulette. Some will and some won't. Gavan says, "Bless up, Wagwan." He says.
Carpa.
Um, Paulette says, "Maybe the teachers who remain have no other options." Yes, and probably not no visa. Um, Michael says, "Oh, skipping on me."
Instead the minister, by Bill Williams, must be eating humble pie.
Yes.
Althea said, where's the third wheel?
We, we,
Joyce,
we're, go- we throw the third wheel out there. Um,
Joyce
all
said, well
right.
said, real teachers teach from their, I guess she mean heart.
Yeah, from their
Patricia
hearts. Yes.
said, my
Yeah.
auntie, Jamaican aunt, taught in Jamaica and also taught in US and retired with masters. She was called back at 86. She replied, old masters, old brain. I will really call her back at 86. But
But
maybe
she might
to
have
be
been an
mentor.
engaging teacher.
Yeah, maybe to mentor. Cause they do need
Yes.
those teachers too to mentor. Cause even that age, they can offer mentorship to the new
Yes.
coming teachers. They all play a part.
No man, you need to call out those people with them experience to tell you about things that books can't capture. And the younger people who are providing the training just have not had such experiences. Joy Kane says, sleep catching up with me. So I will catch you guys on the rebound. Thanks for chipping in and joining in for a moment. Have a good rest. Thanks for being here. There are other news items. So apart from the teachers and the education situation, there is well, so sometimes so much bad news. Everybody remember Francois Mish?
I mean, I know him. Everybody has
You don't
said,
know
oh
Francois?
my.
Let me tell
Maybe
you,
if
you
I
know
hear
that
acting.
that distinctive voice of Francois. I don't believe it. Francois, and he used to have the show on on Fame, and in the mornings, like I think it's like 6 o'clock or so, he would say, "Good morning, Jamaica." Ah! And he just go on and on and on, and you can't help but just say, "All right, fine, you can get up."
Yeah, I see other people commenting because they used to listen to him going to school and all that
Yes.
stuff. I guess he touched a lot
And
of
so, and then he had this most unusual name, Francois Saint Just, you know.
and he was born in Jamaica.
hmm Um, You know, we Jamaican people are out of many 100,000 people.
Mhm.
At the end, they all kind of names we have and all kinds of background, family background and family histories. I don't know what his family history is, but here's
On
Jamaican.
Haitian
No
friend.
man, Francois saying good morning, Jamaica.
I guess he'll
Oh
be
God.
missed. Um, everybody talking about him across political spheres, different age
Mm,
groups. So I guess he really touch everybody in Jamaica.
hmm I
Like
look at it and I say, boy, they've been losing some real stalwarts in the media fraternity. They lost that
Batunde.
guy. Yes, they lost. They used to call him another name, but Babatunde. What was his real name? Oh,
No,
I don't remember his real name. Well, they lost Babatunde, and um, they also lost Michael Sharp. Remember, they
yeah.
lost Michael Sharp just the other day. I wonder how long now. Um,
Back actually my picking that COVID.
yes, Michael Sharp was during the COVID era. We lost Michael. It seemed like just yesterday to me, though.
True.
Michael Sharp was my friend, you know. We did our masters or MBA together. Um, and it was a real trip. It was a real trip. And then they lost Barbara Gluden.
Yeah.
So I lose some real stalwarts within the fraternity.
I hope Jamaica
And
have a real museum for all these people that we're losing. So we could go visit.
hope Jamaica have what?
Like a museum, somewhere we could visit with
We
all
don't have no
these.
museum. We don't have no. Yes, we have museum. We have the museum downtown, the national, whatever it is. But we don't have no serious museum. Jamaica is the only place I can think of that don't have a children's museum with all the things that we do and have accomplished. We don't have anything like that. Um, I was on a trip to Minnesota some years ago, and I went to meet with the operators of the Children's Museum in Minnesota. And while we were there talking, and they were telling about the premise on which they built the children's museum and what was the research that guided them. And interestingly, the fundamental research that enforced and allowed them, made them make that decision that they must have a children's museum, was a body of research done by two Jamaican professors.
What?
Yes, two Jamaican professors, Professor Susan Walker and Professor Christine, and I don't remember Christine's last name, did this piece of research years ago where they studied 20 Jamaican households and the impact that play was having or had on the children's life over an extended period. It was an excellent piece of research. I must look it up and tell you what's the name of that piece
Yeah,
of
that'd
research.
be good if we did that in Jamaica if needed.
And I know
So
both of them. I promise if I can get one of them to come and talk about
that'd be great because we're losing a lot. They don't even know when
uh,
when slavery existed. We're losing a lot.
no man, we're losing too much of our knowledge. It's educators like those that need to stay within the classroom and within the space and contribute towards our own growth and development. When them pass 80, them just a wax warm.
Yeah, that is true. And that will help build the pride that they want Jamaicans to have. If they know
Mm-hmm.
their history, they can appreciate stuff. But if they don't really know it, how can they appreciate anything? Where's the pride coming from?
Yeah,
They have accent and they live in Jamaica, and you're like, how you have more accent than me? That even makes sense.
well, they must take me sloop. I am serious. And
Eh,
them make sure so they have little twang.
Bang,
Not
your
even nobody
accent.
never said to them, not even little twang boy.
Like one client
uh,
said to me yesterday, I thought I must have said to myself, like she said to me, you can talk Jamaican. Like, how am I talking? She said, no, I want to hear the real Jamaican. Cause you have me there, I bite up my tongue. like, like, okay, miss, let us start.
I don't want to talk Jamaican. Okay, Roberto Barto. Anyway, let's move on to another piece of news. The Soviet, ex-Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev, he died
Yes,
today.
I thought
Dead
he
at
died already.
91.
I
So
thought
that
he
my
was
friend,
dead.
oh gosh, no, he had not died yet. But do you wouldn't remember, but there are others in the audience who can remember where they were when when the wall was going down
I was
between
alive.
you're alive. Do you remember what you're doing? Do you even remember the event?
Now I remember watching it on
How
the news,
symbolic it was?
like it was on when in JBC, what the news at the time.
JBC man.
Yes, so we're watching it like you see people climbing the wall, and then you see it breaking and all of that stuff, and we're watching it. Very
Totally
historic,
fabulous.
yeah, a historic moment.
Yes, it was. It was really, and I don't think that even back then, when we were watching and seeing and they were talking about this, that the significance of it really didn't strike us until later on in life. You know, when we kind
Yeah,
of sink in and say, "Oh, so this is what really happened." I mean, it was phenomenal for that for him at that age when Russia was a dominant factor.
yeah,
When you know to to agree to facilitate something like that, the Great
yeah.
Wall of go down.
Yeah, anyway, so sad to hear the
So
backstory because I love history, studied history. But then to hear the
ah,
backstory of how families are just divided by a wall. So like some of the stories that you hear of like family going to the walls to try to talk to each other through the wall. And how
mm,
I hope that never happen again. Like any nation too powerful to just decide to do something like that.
do you think that we probably see the North and South um, Korea wall probably covered out
No, I
or
don't think
things
it's our life.
changing?
No,
You don't
not
think we're
in
gonna
our
see it in our
lifetime.
lifetime?
No,
Mm,
not in our lifetime. Not in
mm.
our lifetime. That don't look
That's
like,
sad though.
yeah, that guy, they don't look like they're budging. But I remember they had a team went over. I think a team from North Korea met
Mm.
South Korea. The sister of the,
Kim,
what's it? Yeah,
Kim, something, something.
that's all. More comments. Jackie said this was in the US. Dee said, yes, remember him from Fame FM. Dee said his name was what makes me never forget him. Love him.
Yeah,
And
man,
people on YouTube,
Francois Saint-Just.
YouTube people
Okay.
not commenting, but I see you're there.
Yes, I know they're there because my friend here, Monica said that she's on YouTube and she's watching, but she's not commenting. She just never comments on it. Um, she In fact, I don't know when we're talking about Toronto and the Bob Marley show that was on, and she was like she wanted to tell us the name, but she needed to sign in and subscribe. Of course, she never did.
oh, she
So,
not have
hi,
to
Monica.
subscribe.
Hi, Miss
Hi.
Dana. Hi,
Don't be
Michelle.
shy. Don't be shy. Paulette said, yes, I remember when the wall came down November 9, 1989. Yeah, I was a child. VM
Yep.
said, remember, Trump wanted the wall. He's still going for that wall.
You better build that wall round where the name Maga, wherever it name down in Florida, they better build that the wall.
Mar-a-Lago.
Mar-a-Lago. The only wall I'm gonna have of the one we have down there right now. All right, so that's Mr. Russia for us and Francois who has passed on. There's something that I came across earlier, and I'll read it before I even comment. And it says, Indicom completes Vale Royal Cup shooting case. And I said, but I didn't know there's a shooting at Vale Royal. By the way, the Independent Commission of Investigations, called Indicom, has completed its investigation into the shooting of a policeman by his colleague at Vale Royal earlier this year. Anybody did hear that?
Yeah, I
Vale
remember it.
Royal is the official residence of the Prime Minister of Jamaica. You know that?
Yes.
Assistant Commissioner of Indicom, whatever her name, said a file on the investigation has been forwarded to their legal department for them to decide the way forward. But if the file is complete, they now have no recommendation. They will determine whether there really is any criminal liability against the officer who fired the weapon, Campbell told the Observer. And this is from the Jamaica Observer online. Really now? Then if police are shoot police at Vale Royal, what next? What
Yeah, I
next?
want to. Well, them the members said then chased each other and everything else, remember? So I want to see that report. I really want to see what happened.
So them chase each other in the fight?
No, not the one, but remember the one on the soldier and the police were chasing each
Oh,
other.
yes.
And I have no
Because
respect. Wild West.
where say children must behave themselves and where say society, wider society must behave itself. And this is the official residence, Vale Royal, of the Prime Minister of Jamaica. And a policeman shoot another policeman up there. No, man.
Yeah, they not have respect. And they expect to get respect.
There's nothing wrong with that. It don't even sound right. When you think about it, it just don't sound right. It can't be right. God crazy.
It is sad, but funny. Cause like expect people to have respect and then not show any from the top the people below to follow. So it's just
No
funny.
example. No example. You farm for no other expect people to do this and people to do that and be compliant with this and compliant with that. And less educated, less training, no training, and police officer running down other police officer and shooting them. What kind of foolishness is that?
Exactly. But did you see another great news that I like?
What?
Where they had schools making desks and chairs for the other schools in the island that had shortage. So like the children that were doing the technical courses, like I guess woodwork. Yeah, and they picked up a few of those chairs to distribute, and they are paying those students who participate. So I like that. Like they're using their skill.
Oh gosh. No. I like the idea that there's collaboration, but what it drives home for me is that the collaboration is at the lower level. It's at the performers, it's at the implementators level, not at the higher tranche of the hierarchy where you are expecting vision and guidance. It's really the people down on the ground who see what needs to happen and taking the steps to make it happen. Then I'll wait for the people among themselves to make it happen, in other words.
That is
and
true.
That's the only way the country is going to make it.
Yeah, that is true. You are right. Because I'm surprised that they came up with all these tables and chairs so quickly. So you are right. More than likely, they just did it and said, listen, we can make the desk and chairs on the need and delivered some already for this school year. So you're right. That's how we go solve the problem. They move really slow. Well, we have Leo. Put a smile on your face.
Wait, we have somebody photobombing the show. We need to call the police.
You're on mute. Yeah, you let me. You're on mute.
You're muted. Yeah, you're muted. And he must be deaf too far now. Go just muting deaf.
Right. Me not smile for nobody at all. No boy.
All the ladies on here waiting on you. And it's a smile.
Hello, everybody. It is so good to hear all our, and especially them two. Yeah, long time I see them.
What's up?
What's about three minutes, you know?
But I tell a lie, we only off a show must be for 3 nights. 3 instance. It feel like forever though.
Or just 2?
2? Oh no. Oh, am I remember? Feel like 3. Feel like forever though.
Yeah. Because I joined Saturday morning and then I couldn't, and then I didn't join Tuesday night and then I didn't join Saturday again. So this 2 nights, 2 nights. This is the third night.
Hmm.
But it's
All
good to
right.
see you guys. How want to do?
Well, we're not too
Great.
bad, you know. Mm.
And you can hear me good, 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 good.
Yeah, man, you're clear.
Okay, great. So we're not,
Althea says she's happy to see him. She's happy to see you. Paul
Uh-huh.
and Leo. Althea said, yep.
You see, people love me now. Only two on not love me.
Hey,
The people them just being polite and we don't need to be polite.
I'm in Canada. I'm in Canada at my my cousin's home, but I'm here for a conference. And
Oh yeah, tell them about the conference because I
it's a
started
health,
to talk.
it's a health conference. Thank you, Diana. It's a
Mhm.
health conference, first face to face, and it's at the George Brown College. So if you're from Canada, it's at the George Brown College, the
University.
waterfront campus. Today they took a tour down to Black Creek Community Center clinic, and my understanding it was really, really good. I didn't go because I had some other stuff, but I joined them in the afternoon at 1 o'clock, and then we stayed there until 6 o'clock. So we had a lot of things going on. Yesterday we had
Nice.
the mayor, we had not the mayor, the deputy mayor came over, joined us. I mean, we had so many of the dignitaries from inside of Canada came, Toronto came in and saw us. Really nice. It's really nice display, and I learned so much about health. I never know them. I did not know that they had a cure for sickle cell disease. I didn't know that.
what they do?
Yes,
Really?
Let me go
yes.
text my friend.
Other than blood transfusion
It's expensive right now because it's
in the early stages.
yes. But yeah, man, I was so happy to see that because I have some friends who are suffering from it.
They're
For
gone
some reason,
low.
not hearing you just gone low. So
Oh, you can't hear me anymore?
They're gone low.
I'm low. I wonder why. I don't know why.
we don't hear you good, and then like you get laryngitis, and when I hear you.
One call
Where I
in a
see your
community.
flowers though.
You know, left my flowers alone, man. You know, to radio.
Now we have one echo.
Now,
Try again, talk again.
now you hear me now?
Sign off and come back.
Yeah, me come off and come back.
That
So
is good. They have a cure for sickle cell.
yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that there was a cure for sickle cell either.
Yeah, that's
Monica, you knew that there was a cure for sickle cell? You know that there's a cure for sickle cell? Uh-huh. I wonder if I lie Leo tell. You think he here good for Leo? He is not so good, so you know, Michelle.
well, Canada kind of really advanced in a lot of stuff, so I believe him. I believe him. It might be expensive, but I believe him. It will help a lot of people because even the other day I heard about people dying from sickle cell. So this is
I
major
guess.
to get the treatment.
I wonder if any nurse online could have probably tell me, Sandy, where are you? Where or not? Anything also.
You just not trust Leo.
Leo lie like. And he is lazy sometimes, you know, you're so good.
I don't know what chat me saying, but it's all right. But what kind of topic they're going to tonight? Because we see them
You know,
burn up
change
on.
the topic so we still have up the same topic. We're not through.
Yes, so people remember we're not on that topic if you're just joining in. I know Leo Crew joining now. The topic that we have is not the topic for tonight.
All right.
So Leo, tell us a little bit more about the what the people said to you about this the sickle cell. What else you learned down at the conference?
I was so happy because they went down. You know, Jamaica has been like almost like one of the leading countries with this disease, and I didn't know that.
Yes, sickle cell. We have a high population incidence of it.
We have a high population of sickle cell traits.
Yeah, the traits.
Traits, right? And many of us do not check our doctors first before we have babies, and to check to see that we.
What kind of doctor, baby? Then we will check doctor for.
The doctor's supposed to tell us whether we have the trait and do a blood test and find out the right. Because if the two we have trait, there's a likelihood that our
Yeah, the
next
child will
child is
have
gonna
it.
be a sickle cell, and that's like murder. That's like living murder. You ever hear about living murder? I have a friend of mine who has sickle cell. She's about 42, and boy, she's really going through hell. 4 times in the hospital every year, and spend out 3-4 weeks a month sometimes in the hospital. So it's really living murder. But there's a lot of work, a lot of hope, because I found out that they have a new thing, and they have not opened it up for
So they're running clinicals now that people can participate. Are they open for clinicals? Are they
they,
past that?
they passed that stage. It's already being
Ooh, nice.
only the rich and famous can have it right now because of
That's us.
just
That's a
brand new.
me, you, and
That's a me,
Michelle.
right? That is exactly
See,
right. I found coming to Canada. I didn't realize that Canada's population was so small compared to
Yeah, they
America.
need more people.
Yeah,
We have too much of people in America.
only
that's like
38,
we can self-petition all of that.
38 million people. That's it. And then only 3% black. So, and
We can make your mark.
huh?
We can make your mark.
Absolutely. As a black man, I can come and populate the world. I can.
Leo, let me just make sure something I hear before me repeat. Leo is proposing that him coming to Canada to come populate the country.
Right.
Oh, now I get to 300 million.
Because they only have 38 million people, so I'm going to boost them by a little couple
That is
percent.
exactly right.
Well, see, you better send my name the Nick Cannon within 9 baby mother. Come over here, come
Yes.
populate.
It was
You
but
only need two good Jamaican man up here and things just start pick up.
the beauty though is that you don't want to spoil it. It's the natural greenness or greenery of this country. I mean, I drove up to so listen to this now. My cousin said to me, "You're going
But
to
just to
Paris."
say though that Jamaica is the greenest, prettiest country on the face of the earth,
We don't
and there are spots
dispute that.
in the
We don't
US,
dispute
within North
that.
America, that is just as fabulous for those who live in Georgia, and unlike those who live in Florida, they can tell you that it would give some areas of Canada a run for their money. But continue.
So here, my cousin tell me the other day, "You're going to
So
Paris." I said, "Paris? Where in my Paris?" She said, "Yes, Paris up the street, man, 2 hours away from here." I said, "Right, I got Paris." So I think about the Eiffel Tower. Where's that Paris again? What that Paris?
all the Frenchmen that we read
So,
about growing up.
Romance, romantic, dining, superior dining
French
and stuff.
cuisine. Hey.
So when we reach the place, now I like full cook place, man, with a thing there. I did not see the
Monica, can we go to Paris and Leo come and Canada and talk about things down at Paris?
I will. And
He say I want full cook.
I'm taking you to dinner. What if I can't?
Jackie said he's funny. Just Brown said a very special good night to all, especially Michelle, who said she would not live in Canada.
Yeah, but that was she.
I would live in Canada. So not worry. I just call out to my friend Monica said she can carry me go to London too.
Yeah. They have London in Canada too? They have London in Canada.
Them have a London in Canada.
Oh, and she said yes, they do have a Canada, a London in Canada. Oh, what? London, Ontario. Oh my God.
Yes, I can go to London too.
Ontario. But
I bet they not no moko. I bet they not no moko up here.
Moko is unique.
They never know.
No moko. Thanks to that deal, they not no moko.
She said yes. She said yes, they have moko.
They not no moko. Can me go on moko?
I'm gonna go
Anyhow,
to moko.
they have one moko at Canada. Me I live there.
Oh my God. Michelle, you need to be over in Canada. Michelle has been low key, because me I had Jamaica, me I had Atlanta, and me I had Canada.
No, putting nothing, son. Look at beg your phrase
It
it
told them
properly.
that everywhere to get there. It told them
Beg
everywhere to get there.
beg
As
you
men just have a ticket to
rephrase
get there.
this. we
rephrase it.
we were in Georgia.
Guilty
I'm
He was
done.
mind.
in Georgia minding his own business, and I was minding
Guilty
my own business,
mind.
my children.
Guilty
Yeah,
mind.
and
I
yes. So please just clarify
I
about
saw
me and
videos.
him and me and him. Stop it.
I saw videos. I saw videos.
I never die in a dance. I never die in a dance at all.
I
That's
tell
mine.
no lie, Bobby.
On a world tour
You
from
need to
Jamaica,
join the
USA,
trips.
Canada. Where next gonna go in England?
Or
But
we will go
Paris.
London.
you know, I've always heard about Toronto. I didn't realize that it's so built up. I mean, amazing infrastructure, amazing
When last
buildings.
you come to Canada?
I come to Canada one time to overnight, but me never gone away. I mean, we just
That
go
first
back.
you really come to
Of
Canada.
course, yeah,
Let me
but
tell you, I love Canada. Wow.
I
But-
think when we got Canada, I went to the what's that place that starts with S? So kind of like out there in the boondocks. That-
I just you go, right?
Saskatchewan something subskin.
yeah,
Real far.
yeah, real far.
Bush.
There's a
Whoa.
lot of like a pocket of Jamaicans there.
Uh-huh.
It was a bush.
What name? Scarborough or
Yes, Scarborough. A lot
Scarborough.
of
She said Scarborough.
yeah.
Okay, good.
bush. I stayed there for
Yeah,
like
but Scarborough build up. No, man. Most of them places build up. You need to come.
Same-
Michelle, you
same
need to
build up.
come back. What's wrong with
a
you?
long time. I went there in
Michelle
2008. I haven't been
Michelle
back.
went when she was a little girl. That's what it is.
No man, 2008. But I intended to go this year, but the tickets were as costly as Jamaica. And I said, you know what? Canada, Jamaica.
On a serious note, though, I saw where somebody burned up a madman in Jamaica this morning. Anybody saw that?
So this morning
So
or
what?
yesterday.
Say what about the madman?
I saw they torched
You put
a
something
madman.
there. Then? Oh, where they burn up the madman? Isn't that
Yes.
horrible?
Horrible.
Who could have do such a mean thing? Guys,
Mm.
I'm having a cup of tea. Monica, my own personal
Let me
chef,
see-
Monica made me a cup of tea for me. And look at my cup. Look what my cup
What
says.
a hell of a cup, Jesus! Oh my God! What a big
Oh,
cup!
Harrods.
With a Diana Davis on it.
Harrods. You see, I forgot England to know what Harrods mean.
I don't know what the hell that is.
See, exactly.
No.
If Joy was still up, should I tell you what Harrods is? If you not go to England, when last you go to England, if you not go to England and you not go to Harrods, you not go to England yet.
I just got invited to England. Wink, wink. Hint, hint. For the 7th of November.
Hint, Michelle.
To a banquet.
and a hint for me, a hint for you.
Hint for me. What date is it?
I think
Pardon,
it's
my
the
people.
7th of November.
Michelle, come no man.
Hey. But the problem with that is that
Hi, Michelle. Oh, there's a Michelle in the house.
Ching.
You know, so Michelle answering me. Hi, Michelle and
Hint.
Dana.
Hint, buy the ticket, I'll be there. Hint, book the hotel, I'll be there.
No, we don't need no hotel. We don't need no hotel, man. We have house.
Okay, hint, buy the ticket, I'll
Buy
be
the ticket, I will come.
okay, all right. And I can't stand the wait. Ooh.
Because
Okay.
all me I do instead of we're going banquet, in Ghana banquet, me Ghana Harrods, because me put out sitting up there.
But I have to do the shopping.
Exactly. So me can go on a banquet while we go shopping.
You know, I want to go and broke in on the Queen gold and silver and diamond. She
There is a man in my bedroom. Remember that song, the Sparrow song? You look like you, but taller.
Oh, God. I can't believe that was a real.
It's breaking our Queen room. Look at Michelle. Read this something there.
He said there's Kingston, Ontario as well.
Look here, we
Weekend,
are stay away from Kingston. We can stay away from Kingston because for we experience with Kingston, we can stay away from Kingston.
wow, them
Althea
have
said
everything.
since Leo
Them have
went to
everything.
Canada.
Them have
Oh,
everything up, man.
Althea said since Leo went to Canada, I think his speech has changed and he's quieter. Tell Leo, stop it. I be kind in a people house. I can't talk out in my house.
Leo, other manners. You must have to whisper.
Me nicer tonight.
Him
Night.
tired, man. He must tired. Or he learn to speak quietly.
Will be up there. I was so Michelle. Let me take them on.
Who's the what?
Althea, Michael, left
Althea.
Althea. Althea, you never say a better thing. I heal you up for that.
So where is VM?
That is so funny.
VM is online?
Of course, VM online. She come online from the start of the show. Second person to say howdy to it. But VM lives in Canada, don't it?
What about
Who lives
what
in
about
Canada?
YouTube?
Somebody live in Canada.
Anybody look on YouTube?
Michelle checked it.
Yeah, but nobody talking.
Okay.
There's a Kingston in New York.
Anybody know Letna Allen?
I know Letna Allen. I know her by another name too. Shooks, and I don't remember her pet name. But she lived in Trout Hall, which is just outside. That's where she grew up. I spent a few years living in Trout Hall, and there were about 6 or so houses down from our house. So I know Letna. Hi.
Very
And
talented
other
lady.
sisters.
Please go on to youtube.com/Leo Gilling, or just search Leo Gilling and find all 3 videos. There's a 4th one coming tomorrow. They're really, really, really good. She starred in a couple of pieces with Oliver Samuels, Oliver at Large.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man,
really,
Letna,
really good.
real talented. She's from Clarendon. She went to Clarendon College, just
We
in
don't
case
want to
that's
hear
still all.
that.
So
Just come
hi,
from
all my
Jamaica.
Clarendon College peeps. Hi, Mega Mills, if you're hearing Jackie Mega Mills and all the other Clarendon College people. Yeah. Yes, Leo, what you were saying again about Clarendon College?
You're not a thing about Clarendon.
I bet your sister-in-law in another house that went to Clarendon College or know somebody who go to Clarendon College. Come on camera and tell me if you know somebody who go to Clarendon College.
I think that Michelle is going to sleep. What do you think?
Michelle,
I'm not going
no
to
man,
see. We just have
she had
the
the
co-host
homework.
here.
She had the homework with co-host.
Co-host is here.
Yeah.
There's a Kingston in upstate New York. I didn't know that.
Kingstone.
Okay.
Kingstone.
Oh,
No,
VM
there's
said
a
I'm
pause.
here, Leo.
What's it?
Leo. VM said I'm here, Leo.
Oh, hi there, VM.
But Beverly says it's the first time seeing Leo's new hairstyle. Good look, Leo.
Yeah. We're good looking. Ask
She
her
never said that. She never said that. She says your
The
hairstyle.
hairstyle.
I hear not known.
Althea said hi to all St. Hughes people.
What is wrong with Althea? Althea, come off of the show. Come off of the show. This is a Clarendon College hail up space. If you don't go to Clarendon College, you must at least know people who go to Clarendon College. What's he talking about, Saint whatever that is? Get off of the space.
I know
I will
somebody
let
that
in Althea upon the show. People need to subscribe to us to get
tell
on the show, you know.
Tell me more about that school. Which school is it? St. Hughes?
St. Hughes.
Oh, you know, the principal is my good friend. Her name is Andrea. Andrea is my good friend. So St. Hughes, yo.
If you don't go west with our Clarendon College, come off our space.
Thank you. Althea said no. Let me see if nobody come in on YouTube.
Oh my gosh. Hey, I'm not staying with you guys now because I have homework to do.
Yeah, we all have things to do, and we just have 10 minutes more. So stay on the show. But like you're going, like you're more important than everybody else.
I am not.
Are you more overworked than everybody else? Stay on the show and take your hand for your job for your mom and a dad.
I'm going. I'm going to. I wanted to go to waterfall. What do you call it? something
Niagara
along
Falls.
Niagara Falls. I wanted to go to Niagara Falls, but I don't know if I can make it.
You're going up there today? Tomorrow?
No, it would have to be Thursday,
Oh, when do you head back to the States?
Friday.
Friday.
Oh, really?
I come back on Friday.
Good
Um,
said. Well, since we're heading up, big up to all the St. Catherine High.
Yeah, St. Catherine High. I like St. Catherine High.
Well, I'll allow her that space because
What-
it's a Roman Catholic institution, so
What would
fine.
you color it? Is a brown color or a red? Is it red or brown?
What?
I saw that high school color in
They were blue.
Spanish Town. A blue then real?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I had red and or something like that.
No. They're
Yeah.
not them that. No.
So-
And so
so-
yes, them can heal them up, them Roman Catholic, so that's fine.
I thought it's not a public school?
So it's a
Public
it's like how Immaculate Conception is a public school. It's
Public
publicly funded private school. Yeah.
Okay.
So the
alright.
structure and the institution is owned by the particular faith. So when you go in Niagara Falls,
I wanted to go on Thursday, but I'm not sure yet. Teachers going back to school, a whole heap of them now go back. I'm staying smart, you see, very smart. And then they don't quit until the end of August and then get them money in July. And then and then they say, quit. I love it.
well, let me tell you, as board chairman for two institutions, you know, it really pain you when the 24th and the 25th of August come in, and then you start seeing all these resignations. You pay them for the whole damn summer, and then they're gone. You know?
I don't like it, and I don't respect them.
It's wrong, and I think it's
I
unethical.
think it's wrong. Yeah, very unethical and wrong. I'm not laughing about it.
No. Me not agree with you. Me not agree with you. Stop it right now.
No, man, when I feel the pain of it too often, it's unethical.
No.
Because
That's not
school is
unethical.
opening within
That's
another
your
2-3
contract,
weeks.
that's your agreement. No. Not too
Well
bad.
then, you see, it is things like these that make it difficult
They
for other
get
people.
paid for July and August because they work an entire year throughout the year.
No, but they
Stop
are
it.
still working. So I think that they should
They work,
come
right.
to work. They should be made to go work.
They still have a responsibility. Make them go. No, teachers, make them stay.
It's unethical. Put
All
your
of them-
school
all
and
of them
institution
tell us
on
that
notice that you are
teachers
going to be
already
quitting.
underpaid.
At least give them a
Teachers
month.
already underpaid. They don't want to take more money from the
I
people.
agree with you. The students, they are failing
No,
the
no, no.
students. We have an issue with the students. They're failing the students. To me, it is wrong.
No. Me not, you know what? I shouldn't even bring that up. Because, but let me tell you something. I'm very happy. Me happy that they're getting paid because
No,
they're way underpaid.
No, that's robbery. Well, they did the work, so they get paid. But the thing is that if you go leave, just give notice. I'm going to leave, so the teachers can look, the principal can look to try to get teachers to replace. So when September morning come, you don't have where classes, students have no
There's
teacher.
nothing unethical about that. I have so
Only
much employees
well,
when get
never
up
mind.
and left the next day and come and then call me in the next the morning and say me not coming to work. Nothing unethical about that. Not one bad thing unethical. Nothing.
Well, it is consistent with what their job their in terms of engagement says. But why it is that I regard it as being unethical is that you know the situation that you're going to put this institution into when you submit that resignation, that they have no plans. So for me, it would seem far more
They will
equitable
work it
and
out.
reasonable. Yes, and they have been forced to. Now,
They will work
put
out.
yourself in this situation now where we already have a shortage of teachers.
Diana.
And you look at the principal, look at the slate, and I've had it. I've had 3 resignations within the past week. So I
Diana.
know exactly what it is. And for me,
Diana.
it just reeks with unethical behavior.
Diana.
Give me
Not
notice and
because-
leave 1 week into the school term or something. I'm
Diana.
educated, I understand it. You
I
know,
am-
so
I
Mission
am
and
an
I have on
employer, yeah.
contrasting
I'm an
colors.
employee
Nice.
too. And then they don't give me no time to even just come. They just wake up the next morning and say they're not coming to work. Well, you know, there's not all you can do.
I know that
That's
there's
the
nothing that
problem.
I can do, but it don't stop me from saying that it is
Yeah,
unethical in my
It's
perspective.
just your personal feelings that No, no,
Yes, I know your personal feelings, so
Anyone,
you don't
well,
agree
good
with it, and my
thinking
no, I'm
personal
telling you what
person
the
feelings.
can.
law is. I'm telling you what the law is. Law.
What
Yeah,
law?
L-A-W,
but I
law.
don't need to be told what the law is. The law requires for them to give notice, and that is fine.
No,
And I'm saying that despite, Leo, there are a lot of things that is the law. But in terms of your own upbringing
Ethic
and your
and
principles, you
morality.
don't, and your
no, I don't
ethic and
know.
your moral,
Listen, let
you
me tell you
don't
something.
always stick to the
I
law.
cannot take, listen to my tongue, listen to the tongue, listen to Michelle tongue. I cannot take my personal opinions to court and win. My personal, I
You
need
are
the
not an
law behind it.
attorney, and it is
Okay?
unethical to
Okay?
But
pretend to be
yeah,
one.
I don't
but
care
you
what you
can't
say
bring
about
ethics or just saying it's wrong what they did.
I don't
And
know,
they
it's
think
not
they are
wrong.
hurting the education and they're hurting the
No, the
principal,
people
but
might
really
get
they're
paid for
hurting
what
the
they might get
student.
paid for working
They
the
think
entire
it's
year.
funny when they're leaving in droves. It's not funny. They could have given
Well,
notice from
why don't
July.
you give them more money? Give them more money and
Oh,
stop
me
threatening
and
them
me,
and
we
stop
concerned
threatening
about
them.
the children. The children September morning. The children who are coming out of COVID that are way behind everybody else. And you pull this stunt and think it's
Just don't
funny,
know
and everybody
some.
like, oh, they're leaving. Oh, they're
The ministry,
leaving. We're showing up the
the
government.
ministry, not have, the
Wrong.
ministry never, the ministry give them 4% this year, and give them 4% in 2016, then give them 4% in 2012, then give them 4%. And then, in fact, between 2008 and 2016, they did not give them not even one dime. Huh? They had a moratorium on
Well,
wage increases.
Yes,
and then
but hold
paycheck
on.
dealing.
But
I just don't give
it's,
them fishes. No,
well,
no, no.
Foolishness. I'm talking about the children. The children, they are
The
suffering.
ministry has to fill those spaces. That's a filling
Yeah.
role.
but the ministry can't fill it with a snap of a finger. And so these
Of
are all
course they can.
considerations. They can't, but they don't have them. They're asking retired teachers to come back out. They're in fact, Leo, I just don't agree with you. And let us just leave it right there that I don't agree with you
They
Yeah,
on
I
this
can't
one
do
at
leave.
not
all.
agree with you guys. I do not agree with you guys. Not at all.
We
Every time
agree
Shaggy
that
pop up a notice.
we agree that teachers are underpaid. We agree that the compensation could be better. I
Never.
personally, when I read today's paper, there's an article where there is billions to be spent on the national stadium, and I shook my head in great lamentation because I said, how can we do this in light of so many of our educators leaving the classroom and leaving Jamaica with priorities really not focused? So yes, Leo, the teachers have had a 4% increase, but they agreed to it. They're
No, they
having
didn't.
another 4%, and they're getting that because they agreed to it.
So
Were
what?
the
So
negotiation terms
why
fair
don't you
and
use
equitable?
those language?
Probably not.
Use those language when you're talking about them agreement to take a salary until them ready to go. That's not you use that language too.
But I'm saying, was it reasonable? Perhaps not. Were the negotiations above board and fair, or did they hold a big stick over them? We don't know. But I still say, well, even though the parties are not aligned or reflective of the values that we would want for the government to show relative to the value that we place on educators, it's not consistent. We have a challenge. There's a great disparity right there, Leo. But I still maintain that when it comes to 1 week before the start of the school term, for a teacher to submit a resignation despite all the entire summer period, it is hard for us who are leaders within the institutions. And it is even harder when you have students who depend on these skill sets. These are not administrators, these are educators who are quitting on you for whatever reason. It is
It
hard.
doesn't,
And I see
Diana,
it as
it
being a
does
little bit
not really
unethical.
matter when they quit. It doesn't matter when they quit. It
But
really
it
doesn't matter
matters
when
to
they quit.
me as a leader within an
But
institution.
that's
It doesn't
your
matter to
role.
the
It is your
observer
role to
or
take
the persons
replace
on
them.
the outside,
That's
but
a
it is
part of
mattering to me.
Diana, that's a part of your role as principal to replace the people. And
And that's
that's a
fine. And
part
I
of
find it to be
your
a little bit
strategy. Your
cumbersome and
strategy, your
inconvenient.
strategy should include those kind of things. It has to
Like what?
include.
How would the ministry prepare for this?
No,
Like
you
how,
need to
Leo,
prepare.
how do I prepare for this?
You supposed to know what's going on. You're
That the
supposed to
teacher
have
going to
your
leave.
hands on all of this. Of course you should.
That's
And then
you have a high school with
a contingent
1,500 and you have a supporting staff of 30 teacher and you trying to live your little life and keep your little husband and pitting them together at all times, and you still must find time for mind
all of
30
that, all
other
your
people
husband and little
business.
pick them, all your husband and little pick them will mean nothing at all. This is a job.
But me must in a 30 other family business, Leo.
Yes, no matter. This is not a. This
You
is
know
not
me that go carry go show you Niagara Falls, but me nah show you. Me nah show you where they. Me go hide it. I mean, hope nobody out there no plan to show which part Niagara Falls. They no making come here cause no Niagara Falls.
Well, comments coming in. VM said I agree
Leo.
with Michelle and Dr. Diana. Althea said
I hear
no.
me what this Monica in I say she will carry you go Niagara Falls. Me I hope them put her out. Sorry, Michelle, go ahead.
Yeah, Althea said, now if the word caliber is used, I will really be put on off the show. I do think that the teachers now should be more closely looked at. Paula said a professional should give sufficient notice before resigning.
Exactly.
They did. They give them 2 weeks notice.
No, some of them don't give no 2 week notice. Though. You have to be on the ground for see. They come and then tell you Friday evening, say they nah, come
Listen.
Monday. And because they know that they have them work already, no matter.
Listen, if they give notice August 1st that they're leaving this September.
No,
30th,
they don't
31st,
give August 1st notice.
Hold on. If they give notice on August 1st that they are going to be quitting their job on September 31st, the ministry will employ and then I get it. They know that.
No, but they don't have to give 2 months notice. But if they even give you 3 weeks notice, it's a reasonable time within which an
But
institution.
I'm saying to you that ministries.
So what about the private institutions like my institution that have to endure it?
You get soaked. It's just the way it
Me
is.
get soaked.
It's so selfish. People are so selfish.
I guess we get soaked. Yeah, so grass.
You know what government should do? Just off the top of my head. Oh, never mind.
I went since you upon government. I went since you gone upon government.
No, me doesn't like what they end because the children are really being treated, especially
The children suffer fight though. They really are really. The
I don't
children
like
suffer fight.
spite the ministry. Actually, they hurt because when I see them leaving in droves, that they know I like all of them just say, all right, let's put in our notice this day. So it shows that these thousands are leaving immediately.
Listen to this. No,
let me just finish my thought. I just don't think it was right. That's just me. I just don't think it was right. Sufficient notice would have sufficed. They intend to leave. They can leave. Nobody now holds them on a slave. But give the school sufficient notice. So even if we find people, or even say to the principal, you know what, I might leave. So you know what?
Put you on notice. Put you on notice.
Yes.
So Granny filed for me and I might get through next month.
Exactly. Something. But not just up and leave.
Listen to this. In the Bahamas, teachers get a starting salary of $28,000. Compute that. How much that come up to?
We can't compute that. How much money they get?
But you don't need to stop comparing Jamaica to other countries.
Listen, that's almost.
Michelle, you can't stop comparing what you're talking about. You might have to compare it.
No, look at what Jamaica have. We don't have what they have.
Listen, that's
how much money they might earn from me want to see whether or not.
Well, they only get $500,000 a year.
No, per month. In the Bahamas.
But when I get senior teacher, how much I get per month?
I don't know, but I
don't get no significant money. Any which way teacher not get no money, Michelle.
If police start on 90,000.
90,000. And teachers starting there on our bus.
Jamaica different, so we can't even look at that.
But Michelle, hold on. You have to look at it, because in these you have to look at it because in some of these territories you have the support system that makes up for the difference in the salary. So we have to be on the same level playing field. There are no such support services in Jamaica. So you have to factor that into the salaries. We get important. Let us be reasonable. Don't just.
I agree, it is important, but my thing is, another PJT have all of this. Why every time you go to negotiating table, you come up back with lists?
Yes, the JTA people them want lick.
You don't need to
Whoever
have people with
negotiate.
strong negotiator on your behalf, because my mother, when they teach me, keep hearing the same issue. And I like her yesterday. So you need better people. Who are these people going in to represent you? Are they really representing you people that you put there, or are they going there for their own agenda? Because if
Hey,
you come
listen, I don't appreciate that comment there.
no,
Because
I
let me tell
have to
you,
say, because if you go in each year and
because
come up with the
let me-
same thing,
let me-
unless something is wrong.
yeah,
Something
let
is
me,
wrong.
let
You
me
must
say
admit.
this. Let me say this, because if they don't accept it, because they have an ultimatum, if they don't accept it, is mass murder in a schools. Because if they don't accept it, the whole teachings, 25,000 teachers now at school September. So you prefer that they don't accept it and the whole of the school.
Then
turn
why
it-
it becomes mass murder? I'm not making the connection.
Yeah,
Sorry,
All
it's
right,
escaping me.
all right.
That's
If
What
they don't
becomes mass
accept it,
murder?
Right.
what I'm saying to you, the government is saying this is the maximum that we are giving. We're not giving anything else.
And
So
what the
So there's
therefore,
no
they have two
negotiation
options.
then. Then
They
why
have,
JTA say
they
them
have,
agree? Them
they
not
have
agree
two,
to nothing
they
then.
have two options, because the government said we not giving you not more. 4% is it. And
All right, so there's no agreement.
So the only other option they're gonna do is not accept it, continue the thing, but they're gonna have to strike, because that's it. Or are you willing to allow the rest of the
So you
schools
strike.
to strike? Okay.
Negotiate.
Okay, then that's all right.
That's
Well,
your power is the fact.
listening.
No, but
This
it's
is
your
from
power is
Diana.
the fact that nobody's going to show up to the classroom.
No,
But
not
you can't
a
come
problem.
then every year. If you agree to it,
So you have
agree
to strike, and I want to be clear. So you are saying, Leo, that no negotiations can continue without strike action.
No, what would you do if the person say if the government says 4% is the maximum, no, nothing else now go on the table, right? So
But I don't agree.
You don't agree. So the next
Right.
action is what?
So
The
I
next
just
action is
leave the
what?
negotiation. We don't have an agreement. We don't have an
Then
agreement,
you don't have a
and we
contract.
just.
They don't have to pay you.
What do you mean they don't have to pay me?
You're
Okay.
gonna get paid up while
Diana,
work.
your
I'm a
contract
slavery.
ends. If your contract ends, so therefore, there's a
So
strike.
hold on. So you probably need to take out the JTA negotiating body
I
out of the
said,
middle
because
of
I
this,
don't serve no
and the
purpose.
teachers just go to them work, and the government going pay them 2%, then pay them 2%. Them don't want it, them don't take it.
are
Or
zero.
if them don't want it, them don't take it. Because what then is, I don't know.
Okay, because listen to this.
Confused. So why
Listen to
purpose
this.
are JTA then?
In 2010, I think it was, the government, or 2009, the government says, put a moratorium on salaries, no more increase. And it
So when all
lasted
of this for then?
it lasted for 8 years until
Right.
2016.
But everybody was
Okay?
going through a crisis. So make us see that
You know,
everybody went through this
It
crisis.
no matter what kind of crisis you go through. So I'm saying to you that is one of the two options. Either you accept it or you reject it. If you reject it, the next mode is we're going into strike mode. And then the government gonna react, but the whole country going up in arms. So you have
I
to
guess
think
I'm
about those
confused.
things.
That's a negotiation work though.
That the negotiation, they're funny. And my
Funny
negotiation
time.
book.
So when friends have his head and JTA, they
You
send
know,
them
might
a
as well just send me
negotiate.
one letter and say, well, all right, this is how much I get undone.
In a
Just
Jamaica,
We're not
stop
negotiating.
your news. I'll find somebody else. Find some lawyer or something.
in a Jamaica, we have negotiation. What the government says what it is. It can only go up to a point. Then it done.
But I guess we're confused. So when the JTA, they make all this noise about what they're gonna do and how they're doing all of this for the teacher. I end up walking out with exactly what the government said. What the purpose of JTA then?
What's the purpose of any union negotiation if there's no negotiations? But
I don't know how you're
I
gonna
think that we probably
negotiate.
need to invite
How
some
you gonna
JTA people to come
Yeah,
to
but
this
I guess
table
we need
and clarify,
clarity.
because I am not feeling pleased of them right now. Leo, why are you turning us upside down?
Kind of make we upside down. It is making us upside down. Because what the purpose of JTA? Because every year the teachers complain, and every year they say this is the problem we're having, and every day they say they're going to the table. Like how much time you hear they say they're going to the
Leo, you
table?
have to take off your
Walk
hand off
out
the table
back.
because I always see your big hand them.
Oh, you know,
You're showing guns. You want to
Yes.
show guns. I don't know.
Everybody with your chicken chest, sit down.
So comments. Johnny said, I agree with you, Michelle and Dr. Diana. Quitting in short notice is unethical, especially if the employment contract it indicates a specific amount of time agreed on, signed at time of application. Garvan said later, oh no, Garvan gone. VM said how much notice is required from the teachers prior to leaving their jobs. VM said we have 1% increase and past legislation.
Yeah, but for the 1% increase is still at a better standard of living than our 4% increase. So we can't just look at percentage across territories or countries like that.
Every year when it comes to summer, there's an expectation that there's going to be a certain amount of teachers leaving the profession. There's going to be attrition every year. And
so Leo, if there is that knowledge, what is the plan that is in place by the JTA to address it? Because the JTA is this governing body who looks out for the interest. And if they understand by virtue of usual operation that there's going to be a movement of 100 teachers each year, how do they prepare for it so it doesn't have an impact on education, a negative impact?
I don't think that's the JTA's business. I think that's the ministry's business.
Then they cheer the teacher, they might leave. They don't care.
That's the ministry's business, yeah. JTA, as long as you're a member of the JTA, they represent you, right? That's the way that goes. But they don't. Yeah.
JTA not care.
I don't think so. I don't agree with that statement.
Okay.
What, JTA not care?
All right.
Oh, no, about them staying or like they leave because they said they're not encouraging them to stay.
Yeah.
Let them go.
All right, guys. It's 10:10. Usually we use the last couple of minutes to have anybody saying birthdays or any celebrations or anything. So we can go to 10:15, 5 minutes. Any birthday announcement? Leo, you know anybody have birthday? You want to say hello, birthday, happy new year to them?
Well, me.
All right, Mish, go ahead. You start.
No, I'm going to celebrate a birthday. I just decided that I want to celebrate birthday this weekend. So if you want to send
how much birthday you have? How much birthday you have in a year?
2, it's my rebirth. Okay, so if you want to send a ticket to Canada, so I could see Niagara Falls.
UK, you forget it's UK.
Yeah, and London, to go shopping and have tea. So anything.
Well, guys, bear in mind, Michelle is trying to pass another birthday on her. She already had her birthday.
I have a friend who's having a birthday tomorrow. Her name is Maisie. Maisie might be listening now. Happy birthday, Maisie. Happy birthday also to Faye Wholeness. It's no relationship to
to nose.
Faye Wholeness, happy birthday. Also on the 2nd, Pansy Wholeness having a birthday on the 2nd. And my dear son having a birthday in September, but we'll celebrate that when it comes.
Okay. And I know that Michelle Danica is going to be having a birthday soon in September. Who else have birthday? And Michelle, you're not going past a new birthday over us. You're not having a birthday.
Oh, yeah. Yesterday was a birthday of another friend of mine. She's a principal of a school, a primary school down in Hanover. Her name is Barbara Barrett. Barbara, happy birthday to you. August is a big month for birthdays and early September.
Okay, cool. All right. So, see, that wasn't so hard. And for all those people who are returning to college and universities and schools, and all those administrators who are struggling with resignations that are hitting their desk, chin up, never mind. We just brush off a seat and go again. People like Leo not agreeing, but I still believe that people must give reasonable notice, and anything outside of that is unethical. Leo, all the best for your show. Silvanos, congratulations to you and the team in putting together an excellent program, and we're looking forward to the next major event. Joni
Silvana.
says, my niece London's birthday was Saturday last weekend. You have a niece named London?
That's a nice
Oh,
name. That's a
cool.
nice name.
That's so nice.
It must be London.
Well, happy
Her name must be
birthday. Sorry, missed
London.
it.
London Commonwealth.
London Commonwealth. You know, the poor child's name
Oh,
is
before we
London.
leave,
London.
yeah, before we
Yes.
leave, it's Serena's last match for her career. That she's
When?
the US Open right now.
She playing now?
Yeah, the
It's not
last
her
one.
last match. She go win and she go and win and go forward.
No, that's it. No, she said that's it.
It's a
there's
last
something,
competition.
something
Yeah,
happened
winner.
today though.
What?
Win or lose? But if she
Shakira,
win, she have to go on. She can't just step aside.
Like,
You want
man,
her
Shakira,
win
talk
and
about
just
that.
go straight cross. And
Everybody knows
just
that
win
Elaine
and done.
tired. Everybody
Shakira
knows Elaine
Richards.
tired.
Shakira Richards beat Thompson Hera today.
The
And
slowest time
they
in
all,
any competition. And she tired.
Elaine just make her win. Yeah.
Slowest
Elaine
time.
just make her win so if you quiet her.
And she goes to run all of these races because all of them Shelly pull out her races. Jackson.
Exactly.
So
She must go run real race.
The season come to an end. I think
Yes, so now she go run, please.
And being very good Jamaicans and say, all right, make sure win first, you know, we not the whole year. Poor team. Usually we would play a game and somebody always lose and then they say, all right, make him win.
Times were pretty slow, 11-2 and 11-3.
Yeah, very slow. When that's in 100 meter.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Elaine
So Serena said, Mark says Serena plays tomorrow. She'll go win the US Open right where she started, right where she'll go end it and just wrap up the world record.
Yeah.
And Althea says, happy Labor Day to all. Happy Labor Day. Where's the barbecue, man? And Joni says 1 second. 1 second for what, Joni?
0.1 second. 0.01 second.
Oh. That was the difference in the time?
Yes.
Oh, she just make her win. So she not feel so bad. And then get one contract. She probably need to win to get her contract. All right.
Thank you so much this evening.
You're welcome.
Thanks for joining, dear. It was a good evening. And thanks, guys, for being here. See you again Saturday morning, 10 o'clock. Bye-bye.
I mean, make enough noise Saturday.
No. It's not you start the show now. Michelle have to end it.